Alright guys, we're now at the final video of Bug Out Best series. We're at the lower half of the back of the pack. Alright, so on this pouch, this is for a morale patch. And it's just kind of like a blank patch, but in there I have a little pair of tweezers. Don't ask why they're there, but that's where I put them. And they won't come out, so they're secured there. So we have a pair of Under Armour gloves. These are a pretty decent pair of gloves. I've added the stippling here to give more grip. These little black dots. And they're just slip-on gloves with some padding. They're pretty nice. Alright. Then a 2mm plastic trash bag, shelter, moisture barrier, what have you. This is an Under Armour fleece beanie cap. Throw that on while you're sleeping, or just as, to wear. That's going to give you a lot of warmth just by having something good to put on your head. Like I said, I also have the other camo hat. That's not really for warmth, but this covers the warmth aspect of head covering. Deodorant. This is food. So I've got some toilet paper. I don't know why it's in with the food, but it's in a sealed plastic bag. So some almonds. And just some other dry food, just like trail mix kind of stuff. I'm not going to have a lot of food in here, but you want at least a little bit, just in case. This is for trapping and stuff, bird seed, which can be used as bait. Slick piece of plastic, this is from a milk jug. There's things you can use that for with traps, and it's a flat surface you could ride on, do woodcraft and work on your leg, and that'll be kind of like a protective barrier you can put on your leg. Razor. Smoke balls for signaling as a diversion. You can throw it into a rabbit hole to smoke out a rabbit or a squirrel. You can also use it if you're setting up shelter in like a cave or something, or really anywhere that there might be a lot of bugs. Throw these in there. Maybe lay your plastic sheeting on top of it. Let those smoke up real good, and it'll drive out all the insects. This plastic container is first aid, toothbrush, it's basically toiletries and first aid. Whole bunch of stuff in there. Wipes, towelettes, plastic gloves. There's another smoke ball in there. Just cotton swabs. Whole bunch of stuff like that. Sardines, 2 containers, and then Hot Hands hand warmers, and that's all for that pouch. Okay, under that pouch is a section of netting that can be used for carrying stuff. Catching fish, or catching birds in bird trap style traps. Our last pouch is this Molly lumbar pouch here. It's actually attached to the cargo belt. I have a little mini Sharpie, green color. Toilet paper, which is sealed in plastic and with a bandana. And a spork and spoon. Light my fire. It's just plastic, but it's got a serrated knife edge on there. So that's my utensils. That's all on that. Has side pouches. We've got some pantyhose. And I've talked about pantyhose in other videos. We use this cordage for making net traps, for warmth. You can put that on and help keep you warm. Not just for women. An SOL Escape bivy, or emergency bivy I should say. This is just the single-sized one, but it's definitely reusable. You use that in your hammock, along with the fleece blankets. You could probably put the fleece inside to help absorb moisture. Put this on the outside, and you're going to be fine. The other pouch, more paracord. This is kind of tied off into this like snake tail pattern. It's just a length of paracord though, basically. Fireworks in this pill container. This is meant for signaling. This one sprays a bunch of amazing fountains, so just a bunch of colored sparks and then a smoke ball. Bank line, not a whole lot of it, and some 350 cord inside, more cordage. Okay, and then our main pocket here. Another sock, which I just use as coverings. And in that is an inflatable pillow. So comfort, very important when sleeping. That is an inflatable pillow that you can use with the hammock. 3/8 inch thick rope. That could be used for a lot of stuff, but it's meant for the hammock. Cut to hammock lengths. There are 2 of those. One for each end. And then the hammock itself. This isn't a Crown Royal bag, but it is just a Grand Trunk. They're cheap model hammock, just basic hammock. Now let's see what else I got in there. So that's it. That's the shelter. And that is basically the whole bag, guys. So we've got a bunch of stuff down there, here, and all this. Not to mention the things that are still attached to the bag and to the vest. So that's it's going to be it on this one, guys. Again, this is not a tactical vest. This is a survival vest. It's got all of your typical bug out survival items, particularly geared towards wilderness survival. But the concept of the vest versus the bag is easier accessibility and more maneuverability, because the weight, I didn't talk about this earlier, I probably should have, but the weight is distributed evenly. You got your water on each side of your hips. That's your heaviest item, which is exactly where you want it, on your hips. And then you have a bunch of stuff in the front and a bunch of stuff in the back, which counterweights itself. If you're familiar with backpacking, you know that it's always like the pack is like pulling you backwards, and if you lean back, you're going to fall backwards. So having that weight in the front really distributes the weight well, over your body and your center of gravity, and it does make a difference. So people talk about how far can you run with your bug out bag. Well, probably not very far with a big bag on your back. But if you have a vest like this and you do need to run, or you just are hiking and climbing, you're going to be a lot more maneuverable. So, and it's just kind of cool. But that's it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed the series and got through it all. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.